The concept of youth-adult partnerships, to my knowledge, has come largely out of the work of Linda Camino and Shep Zeldin out of the University of Wisconsin, where they've done some really very interesting examination of grassroots opportunities for this partnering idea. The concept is different than traditional organizations where we have adult leaders. So the notion of an adult leader actually would be passé within a partnering arrangement. It does not mean, however, that adults become unimportant to the equation. There are things adults bring to the table that youth cannot. Their wisdom, their experience, their ability to deal with power relationships and the bureaucracy, and to understand sort of the operations of a community that young people may not have. At the same time, there are creative insights and excitement and enthusiasm and inventiveness that young people bring that often we as adults do not. So the partnering relationship really sees these things operating together in a very egalitarian way, so that both youth and adults have a voice, and one is not more important than the other. And youth can take risks, but with the sort of protections of adults around, so that youth are not left in a sort of laissez-faire environment to take on challenges and deal with things by themselves. But nor are adults exactly charting the way for them either. So that taking risks and accepting challenges and trying things out is actually, that kind of experimentation is part of solving problems. Doing it without any kind of scaffold of adults is maybe too risky for anybody. So that the partnering idea, I think, is a very exciting new way to conceive of youth-adult organizations and community-based organizations. And we have to work across generations. It's sort of undemocratic to have age-based organizations, I think. So we really need to come up with new ways of linking across generations.
Youth-adult partnerships to me is a relationship in which the adult and the youth are kind of at equal levels. I like programs where the youth are in the leading roles. It's not necessarily the adults are making the programs and running the programs and are coming up with the ideas, and they just get some kids to play it out. It's, the youth are in the leading roles, and they're on the board of advisors, and they're figuring out what's going to happen. So they're really the ones who are making a difference.
To me, it means adults and youth working side by side together.
In my mind, a true youth-adult partnership is where the youth and adults in the situation are equals in terms of decision-making power, in terms of whatever it is that they're setting out to do as a task, that they're doing it completely as equals, and that one is not in control of the other, dictating to the other, but instead taking what each other brings to the table and understanding that there's probably more similarities than differences to that, but that there are differences, real differences, that can both be appreciated, so that young people can appreciate the experiences that adults might bring to the table, but at the same time that adults are being very cognizant of the fact that youth can also have wisdom and experience and expertise, and certainly a unique perspective that they bring to the table, and that they would respect all of that and put it all together towards that end.